Taxes. That's a really good question. When we sell our property, basically we have to answer to the government. Number one, the IRS wants to collect something called a long-term capital gains tax, as long as we've had title to the property for at least a year and a day or longer. Currently, the high end of that capital gains tax is 15%. Beginning next year, that's going up due to the health care package being passed and other issues that still have to be ironed out within the federal government. But today, to the end of 2012, 15%. Secondly, the state of California would also like their handout, and they want to be greased, as if you would. They want their tax as well. And what they'd like is 9.55 to the Franchise Tax Board, 9.55% of the gain. Now, typically what they'll do is they don't want to wait till next year when you file your tax return. They want their money now. So in many cases, the Franchise Tax Board will impose something called a state withholding, which means 3 1/3% of the sales price goes directly to the Franchise Tax Board, of which you can settle the difference next year when you file your tax returns, whether you are owed or you owe them. Thirdly, the federal government says, not too quickly, we'd like another tax from you. And this is what it is. It's called the recapture of depreciation. What exactly does that mean? Well, as an investor, I get to write off my property, which is a wonderful way or method or reason that I would own investment real estate. However, when I sell that property, they're going to take back 25% of all the write-off that I should have taken. By the way, whether I took it or not. So the bottom line is I owe them 25% of all the depreciation. So the 25% of depreciation, the 9.55 to the state with the 3 1/3% withholding, and of course the long-term capital gains of 15%, the taxpayer at the close of escrow says to themselves, I don't remember the government being on title with me or helping me fix this property or maintain this property. So why is it that I have to give them such a great portion of my profits when I sell the property? But in 1921, the Congress came up with something called which we now call the 1031 Tax Deferred Exchange, which is a solution to defer this tax problem.